And good morning from a very sunny, Dutch chill intentional by the way, beautiful Wales. Wales is beautiful. I've probably cheekily entitled this video the last of the Welsh request stops, but that's not entirely true, except we're going to have some fun. But I've been planning to do this all year. Come and tick off some much needed request stops in Wales along the Cambrian Coast here. It's a beautiful day, and this video is actually in two halves, which means the first half I have to start with some deliberate camera wobble like this. So the train's in a few minutes. We await the 9:57. It's going to Birmingham, but I've got 6 request stops. They're on screen now, stations that I need to tick off today. And for a bit of fun, I'm going to do it half vlog style, which is going to be wobbly video, wide-angled lens, and then the other half, the other 3, that's really wide, look, the other 3 in more documentary style. I'll explain more once I get on the train. Really busy, loads of people. It's only a 2-car 158 and there's no ticket machine, no TVM, no ticket office at Portmadoc, so I'm hoping, presuming the guard sells tickets. Small bit of drama before we've gone anywhere, because we haven't actually gone anywhere, because I've just bought my ticket, the Explorer Cambrian Coast Day Ranger on a bog roll ticket, but the train hasn't left yet. The train hasn't left Portmadoc. It was meant to leave 11 minutes ago, and I spoke to the lorry guard, and they say that they're having issues with the crossing. Oh, hang on, train's moving now. Here we go. Thank you. All right. Train overhangs. Tiny platform. Train overhangs. Yeah, welcome to Tygwyn, where I checked on my app and then I spoke to the guard. What actually happened at Portmadoc is that they got word in that there was cattle, livestock on the line between Portmadoc and Minneforth. Like, I gather some cows had wandered onto the line, so they had to stop and wait and get written orders to proceed at caution. They were doing it all safely, obviously, and in doing so, the crossing gate at Portmadoc then timed out, so they had to then re-request to cross the crossing gate at Portmadoc, and then the cattle were clear, and we're here. But we're fine, because I went in the train going back that way. I've just gone that way, looking at the DMI, and obviously, but the northbound train coming up to where I've just come from has had to wait at Harlech the entire time because it's all single track, so the northbound train can't proceed until the southbound train has gone through, which I am catching next. I just used the measure app. Oh, gates, trains are coming. I've got to request it. I can buy on there.
You're alright.
I'm good. Clinging on to the luggage rack. The nice guards, and there are 2 guards on the trains because the trains are so busy. They have 2 guards in the summer months. Have just told me that, hang on, Dyffryn Ardudwy is no longer a request stop since May the 18th. They've changed it in the timetable. But on the TFW timetable last night, it's got an X by it. So for me, it's a request stop. But now they're saying that Talbot and Dyffryn are no longer request stops. Yet it's in my schedule. So I'm going to do it anyway. So that's an update to my request stops, is that Dyffryn is no longer a request stop. So technically I could miss it out and not do it, but I'm still going to do it just because. See you in a bit.
Thank you, see you later.
Thank you. We're here already. I was so busy chatting, I almost missed the stop, but somebody else was getting off at Llandecwyn. Okay, so this is the one that's right by the road, the main road. I've driven past it many times and I've always wanted to stop and do this station. And now I have. That's Llandecwyn. Some gorgeous water estuary over there. Basically, just as I was mid-measuring the platform at Tygwyn, 21 metres by the way, the train came approaching, I flagged it down, requested it, jumped on. They told me that one of those request stops is no longer a request stop. What? I didn't know this. I'm going to do it anyway. And now I'm at Llandecwyn and I've got to walk half an hour in that direction. I just don't know whether to do the road. Probably more dangerous than if I cut across the fields, which would be safer. Oh, and also Wales, tick. It's fantastic. So just walking along this gorgeous, fantastic Welsh countryside, found a sign back there saying, path through here, spoke to a local, he went, yep, down here, take the third stile. I just wanted to mention the whole vlog versus documentary style thing, because at the moment I'm very much on my wide-angled lens, little bit wobbly, talking while I'm walking, and later, basically, I'm trying to decide, should I just stop all vlog style videos altogether and just go for like documentary style videos? Recently I did an Arnos Grove Decades tube station video, and in that there was none of me sort of walking and talking, it was all static shots. And I'm just trying to decide whether I should do Dutch tilt wide-angled shots at all anymore, just do the static shots, just have more voiceover. I even contemplated the other day doing a whole video without me in it at all, just have pure voiceover, just have absolute voiceover. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. And focus, there we go, made it to the station. It almost started raining on the walk down here, but it's held out. I do have a rain jacket in my bag. I've just learnt what the Welsh for car park is, so that's good. And then I got chatting to a local who was walking his dog, and he's like, what are you doing? But he says he uses the train quite frequently, so he's one of the regular passengers here. There's no one else here. I was hoping this might be nearer the coastline, then I would have got an impressive drone shot. But this is nice, and it's very quiet, and the train is in about half an hour. So I got chatting to the person who lives here in the old station house, and they're telling me that this window here was the old booking office, the door there, that was the entrance to the ticket office. It's such an old station house. The waiting room used to have a ladies only waiting room, and there's a building there that was the toilet, and I'm going to go anti-vlog and into docu-style because I've got to get my zoom lens out, because over there, I've only just seen, he pointed out, across the water is Portmeirion, obviously home of The Prisoner, the classic TV series, and over there, I think, behind that cloud cover, that might just be Snowdon. The train is 11 minutes late. I can feel a raindrop. Please don't rain. Wales, please, 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 please don't rain, but there is a shelter, so it's fine. So trains are coming. I'm going to put my arm out. It's a little bit late. There's some other people getting on here with their dogs, and the train is, the two-car is, oh, there's somebody else, another passenger has also just turned up. Multiple people. It's like rush hour at Talsarnau. There we go. Someone on this train is eating a big bag of cheesy Wotsits because I can smell them. Right, the train is on the other platform. We're at Harlock. The castle's up there. The northbound train is there. The crossover point is there. The amazing guard. You know who you are if you're watching my video. Thank you, mate. It's just given me a paper timetable, which fills me with joy. And again, we're having discussions because he's saying Talabon and Dyffryn where I'm going next. I've now become principal stations, as they call them. They think it might just be a summer thing, and maybe in the winter they'll go back to being request stops, but there's no need for me to request my next stop, which I'm going to anyway, even though it's not a request stop, just because it's in my schedule for the day. So we're now going to fade to black, and when I fade up, I will change from my wide-angle vlogging lens to my regular style documentary style lens. I'm just excited about my paper timetable. Wrong direction. Documentary style, no more Dutch tilt angles, it's now level, yes it is. Welcome to Dyffryn Ardudwy, and I'm excited because there used to be two platforms here. There's an abandoned platform over there, and one of the things that the Cambrian Coast desperately needs, in my opinion, is not a 2-hourly service, but it would be so much better for locals, for businesses, for everyone, if there was an hourly service along here. But one of the things that would require is the installation of more passing loops again. And a station like this, which clearly used to have 2 platforms, 2 tracks, is an obvious candidate, to maybe put back in a passing loop. But that's a lot of time, investment and money, and I don't know if there is a long-term plan to maybe do that to get an hourly service back on the line along here. But also, just rather excitingly and intriguingly, because I didn't realise that was still a thing, there appears to be a Networrail person here in their little hut with the crossing gate, because if you're just coming across by yourself, you can do the manual gate, but if you're a vehicle, there's a sign there saying no access to the beach. looks like somebody very much comes out to operate the gate to let vehicles through, which is kind of cool and kind of fun. But I've got an hour here, just over an hour, so I'm going to sit and have my sandwich, have a spot of lunch, admire the view, and got 2 more stations back up that way. Oh, but it's now a permanent stop. This is no longer a request stop, and I want to see if there's any signs that say this is now no longer a request stop. And this makes me wonder, when the stations on this line opened here, did they open as request stops from the start? Certainly, when this stretch of line opened in 1867, it was under the name of the Aberystwyth and Welsh Coast Railway, but soon became part of Cambrian Railways. And in that opening year, there were fewer stations than there are now. All the other stations came later, mostly in the 1920s and 1930s. Request stops, though, are just a brilliant quirk of Britain's railways. Almost always quiet, almost always lesser used, and if you've still never done one, you really should put it on your list of things to do one day. At Pensarn station, there's a red telephone box, except the paint is fading and peeling slightly, so it's sort of pink in colour in places. I lifted up the receiver. Even though it's covered in cobwebs and no one's obviously used that in months, let alone weeks, dialing tone. Phone still works in the public phone box here at Pensarn station. The other thing, I chatted to my guard Mark just now. Hello, if you're watching, we're having a nice chat. Because I've noticed all day actually with amusement, that in all the shelters and all the stations, the posters that are like, come ride this line, are all featuring class 197 trains and not 158s, which is of course what we're getting today. So I said, are the 197s coming or not? And apparently they are on test and they're running them at night. They've got a few units out and about, so I gather at some point soon that day is coming when 197s will replace the 158s out here. Okay, so I'm waiting just a few minutes for the 1435. I'm going to go 1 stop and then my day is ended, and then I don't know at the next stop if I have to wait 2 hours for the next train or if I can walk to the local town village, maybe get a taxi down to Barmouth, and I can go get an ice cream in Barmouth and end my day there. So just 10 minutes here. Better get a dramatic shot of something. And admiring the scenery as I go, it reminds me to mention the scenery that I'd observed on the previous day when I'd been for a trip in Wales on the Ffestiniog Railway. That's a narrow gauge steam railway. I'd taken a trip on a train there down to Portmadog. That's a members only video though, and is available to see with all the other extra members videos that I've been making for the channel, and if you want to join, there's a link down below in the description. And so, made it to Llanbedr, my 5th request stop of the day. My 6th station should have been 6 request stops, but I was unaware that one of those request stops was no longer a request stop. Sounds like what I need is a resource, like my own request stop map, which you can download, link on screen now and in the description, which I hadn't updated since 2019, which is why last week I put a shout out saying if anybody knows of any updates to this. And by the way, look, no gates, open crossing, cars just roll across, there's no gates. So I will update my request stop map, which you can download if you want to see where all the request stops are in Britain. That is fantastic, and that completes this bit for me. I cheekily entitled this video the last request stops in Wales, because I just meant the last request stops on this stretch of the railway on the Cambrian Coast, but I've still got to get down to South Wales and do all of where all the ones in Pembrokeshire and Ferryside, all around there. There's still some request stops there that I have yet to go to. The last thing I want to just say, first half of this video, wide angle lens, bit vloggy, bit wobbly. Second half of this video, very deliberately, more static, more level shots. Let me know what you prefer, because I'm leaning more towards documentary style videos these days. It'd be interesting to have your input, your thoughts and your opinions on that as well. That's it from the beautiful Wales. Do come and ride this railway line. It's fantastic. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.